Okay. I don't know what went wrong there, but I'm back. So I'm gonna continue this beanbag kind of idea, and I found another reference which is very nice, and the difficulty is that it's reclining in space, and there's a huge bend in the back and also a twist, so it's very maybe difficult to capture. I'm gonna focus on the torso alone, so I'll sketch the torso nice and large, and what I mainly want to show now is how this pelvis, that's what this is, the pelvis is tilting forward and also going back in space to then make room or tilt the other way for the rib cage, which is somewhere over here. And there's quite some overlap, and for the rib cage we also see twist, torsion, and so, well, occurrence of the middle line here, and you know, I really have to say that with this kind of beanbag idea, such a complicated twist in the body, at the same time receding, it's becoming quite manageable. It's maybe still not easy, but doesn't have to be. It's a figure in a very complicated pose, so of course it's not going to be the easiest, but yeah, it does turn out to be quite graspable and at least doable. We get some, let's say, easy way to start the figure and achieve some result, some success quite nicely. Here we see the head, and we need to take into account the size of the head, a little bit smaller due to the receding in space, and well, we'll shave off some of the buttocks here. Right, so we get something like this. hardly visible. You see just the hand resting on the floor somewhere over there. And the other arm is resting in front, but maybe I'll change it a bit. Maybe make it come a little bit forward. To rest somewhere here. Maybe the thumb is a bit more relaxed. There we go. All right. And I won't bother too much with the rest of the knee and calf. Also the other leg is, well, relatively, well, unimportant to me. But I think I captured something nice. Yeah. Let's see if we can find another one. Oh, I see all kinds of difficult poses here. Maybe I need to save this one as well. There we go. And let's see if we can find another one. Maybe this one is nice. You know what, I'll come in and I'll drag it into Photoshop again. And this one is quite nice because of the perspective. So we're really low to the ground with our eye level, and we can find the lines of convergence going across the width of her body. And why do this? Well, because if we find our beanbag, we can now make sure that the tangent to this middle line aligns with the perspective. So we get something like this: middle line, rib cage, already quite some enlargement for the hip or the pelvis area. So very crude. I'll erase it quite a bit and come in with a bit more care. So where I can, I'll move a little bit slower in this case. And there we go, there's our bean bag. I'll add the mass of the buttocks, which always come lower than the crotch. And I can, tweak the sizes, comparative sizes of everything pretty easily. Let's also still insert the head egg shape that comes around like this. And indeed we can add a bit of mass for the shoulder. And you know what, maybe I'll throw this leg backward a bit more. Now the feet are below us ever so slightly, so I'll have to cross that horizon. But you know what, before I'll do that, I'll quickly show a little bit more clearly the wave of the rib cage here. And how we come across. And we can very gesturally give a suggestion for the legs and the feet. Something like this. Yeah. Looks to be okay. So just basically good clean fun. And I don't know what to do with the other arm. Maybe show it just like it's shown in the reference. Something like that. Well, and this has been a nice dynamic pose with a lot of foreshortening. I'm really not one for doing a lot of cleanup, but maybe I should at a certain point do it for at least, well, some of these sketches. It is an art and skill in and of itself to do a good cleanup. So it's also something every once in a while worthwhile practicing if you really want to get in the business of sketching and visualizing and drawing for a living. Then the stage of cleaning up and refining is also a worthwhile skill to have under your belt. But for many cases, I would say it's definitely good to practice on this sketching stage, because this is where the foundation is laid. The refinement doesn't bear any weight or value if the foundation isn't laid down first solidly and well, just as in the building of a house. But enough lecturing. This will be all for this video. Thanks for watching and see you next time.